Hello everyone, my name is Ash Shukla and I like to say namaste and welcome to my live stream. I'm excited today guys because I'm talking about creating magic in your life, and I have two guests here with us, and we are going to be talking about how do you create magic in your life. And as I'm talking to you today, about creating magic in your life, I would love for you to go here at the bottom, give me some likes, give me some comments, be sure to share, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. My friend, I want to say thank you so much. I humbly appreciate you, and I want to let you know that I love you a lot. So with that in mind, let me bring up two of my guests here today. One person is a magician. His name is Joe, and then the second person who is coming here, she's a life coach, and her name is Geraldine. And we are going to be talking about creating magic in your life today. So let's begin the process. Okay, I have a Joe here, and then I also have a Geraldine here. Hey guys, how are you?
Hi,
All right,
Ash. How are you?
Good to see you too, my friends. First of all, thank you so much and welcome to our live stream today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And as we are talking and discussing and doing things, we are going to have some fun today, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially with Joe.
Yeah, it's going to be
no pressure.
Huh? Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Those of you who are joining us online, make sure to like, comment, share, and make sure to subscribe to our network. Okay, thank you so much for joining. And let's see. I just wanted to say thank you so much, both of you. And I want to start by talking about talking about magic, right? Because I think that we at the end of the day, we all yearn to make sure that we have a good life, and we want to make sure that we are leading a life that is meaningful and that's magical. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We have, let's see, somebody, Sarita. Hi Sarita, thank you so much for joining. For here, a grand awakening rising. I love that. I love that grand awakening. That's what she says. Grand awakening rising. I absolutely agree with that. So let's talk about the magic in your life. So tell me, a little bit, Joe, about magic. Why? I know you used to be in a corporate world, right? So let's start with your brief background, and then we can take it from there. Okay.
Oh, well, I have a very eclectic background. I studied to be a physics teacher, and then I worked in the musical theater, and then naturally I became a management consultant. And that's where my corporate background is in management consulting. So I did a lot of training, design, and development, and sometimes in person, sometimes distance learning. But I found myself in front of groups of people making presentations on a regular basis. And certainly all of that theater background, teaching background, and training background all came together. And after a career in that, the opportunity came up for my hobby of magic, theatrical illusion, sleight of hand, mentalism. It had become sort of a side hobby in my life, a sideline gig. And a time came where I had to make a decision to either move to another city and follow the corporate, or to stay in the neighborhood where we were and the church where we attended and the friends that we had, and try something else. And that's what I chose. And so for the last 20 years, I have entertained and spoken at mostly corporate meetings and events, sometimes, a cruise ship here or there, but mostly conferences and corporate events, doing magic and talking to organizations about what does it mean to create amazing experiences on stage, and how does understanding that apply to the way they create experiences on their own stage for their own audiences of customers or clients or students or donors, employees. So that's the nutshell version of the journey. And that was 20 years ago in October that I switched over to doing this full time.
Wow. I can't wait. And by the way, Joe has promised to help me disappear. So
only,
Disappear all the way to India.
only well, to take something from my management consulting background, I will say the answer is yes. It's just a question of budget.
Yeah.
Touche, Joe.
And so the answer is like, what did I watch? I was watching something Madagascar, I think, and then that guy Moto, right? It's like, answer is yes until no is required, like.
Until the impossible is possible.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about magic, and I guess I work in the theater. What I do is illusion. I don't make any claims to supernatural abilities or anything like that. But what I love about the art that I do perform is that it doesn't have to be possible in order to be experienced. Magic lets us have experiences that you wouldn't be able to have otherwise. And they can be inspirational. They can help you remember things. They can help you communicate more effectively. So even though magic is sort of built on this idea of fiction, just like in the literary world, fiction can inspire and motivate and create change in people's attitudes or ideas or help them think about things differently. And magic as a performing art is much the same. Even though I'm working in visual fiction, it can have a real impact.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So magic, when you're creating magic, right? Like, what are some of the things that you have seen people go through as they are seeing magic? What are some of the things that you are seeing, across the board?
What I see my audiences go through,
Yeah.
in their experience of magic. Well, I mean, first, there's different people respond to everything differently, including any kind of performing art. In magic, it does tend to be there's a certain sort of analytical person who I count myself in that category, who instantly feel sort of a challenge by it, and it's like, well, can I figure this out, or can I discover the secret to how this is happening? And so the engineering, physics, left brain person in me enjoys that, and it's valid. I mean, we need people who have that sort of approach to problem solving, who see things and are driven to do it. And for that group, what I encourage them to do is just take a breath and relax, because I'm not trying to challenge your intellect or your ability to solve problems.
Right.
I want you to enjoy the emotion of something being impossible just for a moment, because that is a rare and beautiful emotion. We don't get to experience it every day in our technological world. I mean, I can answer any question by running my finger on a box like this, and I can find out anything that in human history just by running my finger on that. That's magic. So we're so, I guess, inured to the experience of magic that it takes people like me or other performers who can take a piece of paper or a playing card or something and do something with it that just seems impossible on a very organic level, and give people that emotion. I think that's a valuable thing for people to remember, to experience. And then for the other people who they come in and they love it and they just absorb it and let the magic roll over them and enjoy it, that's great too. And for them, what I really hope at the next level for them is that they'll take away some of the meaning that I try to put into the show, to tell people about, my point of view about things, which, I do magic partly for entertainment, but also to speak and teach and give people, and that's what all of us are doing, whatever business we're in. Ultimately, we're expressing ourselves some way, and performers are expressing something about their point of view of the world. And I hope that the people who just enjoy magic all the time, that they take away some part of me with them in that experience.
I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Joe. Really appreciate that. And guys, so far, if you like the stream, go here at the bottom, give me some like, make sure you share, give us some comment, make sure you give us some love, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. So with that in mind, I wanted to, bring out our next guest, Geraldine. And she, is amazing. She, actually early retiree. And she's I mean, I was talking to her earlier today. We talked about life and in general, and what she shared with me was absolutely phenomenal. So Geraldine, welcome, welcome, welcome to my
Hi. Hello, Ash. Hi, Joe. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. By the way, you look great.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
so welcome.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
you're so welcome. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. So let's introduce you a little bit. So I know you're doing you're beginning to do life coaching, right? So
Right.
tell us about that a little bit.
Well, again, thank you for having me on. And yes, I am transitioning from the working world into a business world. And so it was a great opportunity having met you through LinkedIn and getting to know your platform. I am just so in awe of the practices and the techniques and everything that you're instituting in your line of alignment with all of us. We were in a group chat earlier, and everything that we all bring to the table, although unique, seems to be universal. And under the methodology that you're bringing to this group and all the others that are part of your business platform, it's a transformative thing. What I have hoped to do in doing the regular 9 to 5, most of us have reached the pinnacle of our lives. We want to just say, you know what, I want to be in control. I want to be able to take control of my life and the destiny, and to reach that plateau in our lives where we can be financially sound, we can be at peace, and we can find our center, so that, just like Joe said, we can share what we have and give our gift to the world. So I reached that part of my life, and I decided at an early stage of my life to let go and take the talents and skills that I have as a professional developer, curriculum designer, trainer, everything that I've done in the course of action and career for the last 32 years, and said, what's my center? What's the actual nucleus of things that I enjoy the most? And what I found is helping people go through this transformative change where they can take some of those burdens, those barriers, remove them, and be able to just navigate the waters, knowing that there's someone there to give you guidance and support, and just letting you know that you matter, and that everything and everyone around you in the world, as it's collapsing, you don't have to collapse along with them. So here it is. I found that, and I decided that starting my coaching practice, my consulting practice, which is a portion of the coaching, is either in the corporate world or in the individual, you know, persons that want to find that in their lives. I'm willing to be that conduit for them.
Wow. So you really want to make, so what about life coaching that really excites you, and what are some of the things that you have seen? Because I'm sure you're not choosing this out of the fluke. You have gone through certain things, or you want to have other people experience other things, right? In
Right.
life. So what are some of the things that you really want to help other people do?
Um, I had experienced some traumatic situations in my personal life and in my professional life. And what I found is that you find yourself going into a deepening, like a an abyss, sort of speak, and you
Hmm.
just don't you can't figure out which way is up and which way is down. And so what I'd like to do is take some of my challenges, some of my experiences, and some of my skill sets that I have incorporated in my life to overcome some of those challenges, to find and guide people through the world where they know that it's not it. This is not it. This is not the end. It can be the beginning, it could be the start, but it's not the end. And it's only the end if that's where you see yourself at. And for the most part, most people give up. People give up the fight. They don't really want to put the work in. And they don't have people motivating them and pushing them and holding them accountable to getting to where they themselves want to be. It's not where Jerry wants to put you, it's where you want to put yourself. How do you want to align yourself? And meeting you, Ash, has afforded me the opportunity to not just give them the experiential experiences, it has allowed me to take the chakra experience and incorporate that in the life coaching business that I'm trying to head towards, and give them a holistic approach so that they can find that center and be one with themselves and their loved ones.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So
Mhm.
there is so many implications to life coaching, right? Because I have such a tremendous respect for life coaches, because you have to get into their life, people's lives, and really help them out in a completely different way than you would in any other platform. So I think it is so important, because especially right now there are so many people who are suffering, right? And there are so many
Yes.
people who are going through so many things, and I think it's important. And so you really are getting into their life and helping them from literally ground up, essentially.
Well, in any business, as far as the life coach is concerned, you have to be very, very careful, because you have to ensure that you're not going into a therapeutic or psychological approach, because that's not where my practice is trying to take them. Because we don't want to go to the bottom, because sometimes the bottoms are where all the essence of all of the worries and all of the issues lie. We pretty much, in the life coach aspect, we want to take you from where you are right at the moment where you're at, and take you to where you can be,
Yeah.
right? So that we are not taking over your mental or your psychiatric concerns. That's not our area. Our area is developing the person to where they need to be in the grand scheme of things. So yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's
yeah.
great. So, back to you, Joe. So, a question for you on that.
Okay.
When it comes to your life, and when it comes to especially magic, right? Um, how would somebody correlate, their the magic in their life with the magic you are showing? Like, what are some of the things that you see as a parallels there?
Well, I tend to focus more on sort of the organizational analogies of how magic affects the way leaders in an organization, communicators in an organization would tell their story to their audience. So
Mm,
you know, Geraldine is really helping individual people achieve more in their lives. I am really more usually working with organizations.
okay.
And so what I do is draw analogies between the things that a magician or a performer of any kind would do on a stage, and what are the parallels that exist between that and the business world and the competencies that they need to demonstrate there. For
Mhm.
example, in my primary keynote, my main keynote is called Five Kinds of Amazing, Creating Amazing Experiences. And the first one I talk about is how when a performer comes out on stage, going all the way to vaudeville and even before, they have a very short amount of time to gain your confidence as a performer. Certainly, if someone is doing an 8-minute act, as it used to be in vaudeville days, that first 30 seconds, and we even talk about it today in interview settings, that first 30 seconds, how do you deliver some amazing experience in that first 30 seconds? And we're taught in the theater, in those kind of variety settings, to hit them with probably your second strongest thing that you can do. Your second strongest part of your act should be your opener. You want to close with your strongest, but you want to open with something almost that strong so that they can relax immediately and know right from the beginning, this person has talent. They're qualified to be on the stage. My entertainment experience is in good hands. I can trust where we're going because they've shown me that. Well, the parallel to that talent on stage is, how does your business, how does your brand, how does your organization demonstrate expertise early on in the times that you're first connecting with other people? So talent and expertise are a parallel. On
Mm.
stage, we call it talent, the development of a highly developed skill. Well, in business, we talk about a highly developed expertise.
Mm.
In business, we talk about our business processes and what is happening in our business processes that's unusual or exciting or might give someone a reason to talk about us later because it was really awesome. Well, our business processes relate to the natural laws, right? The science in the magical world. Some magical effects are based on science and the scientific principles. Optical illusions, chemical reactions. These things can look like they're really amazing, but they're just the unexpected result of a natural law. Well, in business, our natural laws are our processes. So you can see how that's the basic building blocks of the beginning of my talk in 60 seconds or so.
I love
Wow.
that.
Yeah,
I love
that
that.
is
I
really
love the
good.
parallels that you're drawing,
Mm-hmm.
Joe. because it's so important to draw those. It's so important to draw those. I think that's kind of cool. So, and are we gonna see a magic trick, Joe, today? Like, is that gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
part of this
I
today?
will be happy to show you something. I keep something in here just in case I'm asked to do a little magic. And this is a psychological test. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit so you can see.
Okay.
So a little psychological test.
Okay,
I've
hang on,
got
hang on.
the
Let me
one,
put you on the stage. Let me put you.
two,
Give me
three,
one second. Give me 1 second.
4, 5. Let's zoom in.
Okay.
So $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Front and back. Now
I'm
watch
gonna.
carefully. We're going to try to do a little magic for you with these $5. My question for you is this. If somebody dropped $5 on the ground and you saw it there and you could do anything, what would be your first instinct?
Pick it up.
That's my first instinct too. I'd probably pick
Right.
it up. But here's the thing.
I would go one step extra.
If I could do anything, I wouldn't just pick it up. I would change it to
Oh
something.
my God!
Wow.
Are you serious?
And so that is one of the things that I like to talk to organizations about, right?
That
Our
was
instinct
great.
is when I say you can do anything, you don't think about the impossible things. You think about the normal things that you're used to doing.
Right.
And magic is a great metaphor for saying, well, wait, what if I could do something else? What if something else beyond this is possible? And so it's like what I said before. The whole point of magic is that something doesn't have to be possible in order to be experienced.
Wow.
Wow, that is great.
That was great.
Yes,
that was great,
great.
Joe.
Those of you who are watching, if you love that, man, give us some love right here, right now. Like, I would love that, right? Turning $5 bill into $100 bill, and I think that is so magical. And those of you who are joining us, I would love for you to, like, share, subscribe. Be sure to make some comments. I would absolutely love that. And if you're here for the first time and wondering what is Financial Chakra all about, look, this is our networking time. This is part of our networking series that we are doing. If you want to participate, join us next every Friday at 10 to 12. We have some great times and amazing topics. But with that in mind, I want to when you were doing that, Joe, right? I mean, I was like, wow, how did you do that? Like, that was.
He's not going to give away the secret.
Okay, fine.
If I told you the nuts and bolts of something like that, it would rob you of the emotion that you're experiencing right now.
Exactly.
Which is too valuable to waste.
And it was great because you just did a whole transformative thing in front of our very eyes.
So I got an idea, Joe. What I asked you earlier about making me disappear, and you said that you would go ahead and charge me for that, right? and so what we are going to do first, we're going to create $5 bill into hundreds, and then I'm going to pay you with that money.
Right.
And then you can disappear me.
He wants you to do magical illusions.
Well, anyway, you're the guy who helps people do that on their bank balance, on their account balance. I do it on stage.
Okay. I know, I'm just kidding.
From the heart.
We are having so much fun here, guys. Those of you who are joining us, I hope you guys are enjoying, because we are having a blast today. And guys, listen, if you have a corporation and you really are looking for a unique way to help your corporation, and you're in my network, I would highly encourage you to reach out to Joe. I have had private talks with him. He's actually phenomenal. You just saw his tricks, and then the parallels that he draws are fantastic. He's going to be part of my speaking circuit that I'm doing next month. And those of you who are really interested in hiring a quality speaker, because it's one thing to hire a speaker, but it's completely different to hire a quality speaker, right? So and it's hard to find unique, talented speakers that have different abilities, and I think it's important. So those of you who are here and joining me, make sure that you introduce him to some corporations, some companies, some places where he can go speak. I would highly appreciate that. I know that
Mhm.
Thank
I'm recommending him to a couple of places that he can go speak, because I think he's phenomenal, to what he's doing. And we have some guests here. We have some people here today. Look, we have Sarita here. We have Nancy here. Nancy Cotton. She's joining here. Balbir is here. We have Catherine is here. We have Michael. He's here. And we have so we have some people. We also have some people on Facebook who have joined us as well. And so Andrea is here. A couple other people are here. So thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate you. Love you guys a lot, for joining us. And back to you, Geraldine. It's a question to you, my friend. Is
Yes.
that as you are growing your practice, right? Because every business owner's dream and every person's dream is to get along. Some of the conflict resolutions are probably some of the highest issues, especially right now with the way things are in the
Mhm.
US and all over the
Mhm.
place. And I mean, my prayers to the people who are conflicted. And there is so much going on, right? There are so many things going on at the same time. And I want to ask you about what are some of the things that you are seeing outside when it comes to life and the changes there.
Wow, there is, wow, the world has presented so many different challenges that they've become part of our everyday existence. Our best bet is really not to try to figure out how we can make them go away, but how to incorporate them so that we cannot become succumb to them. We don't succumb to them. And the best way to do that is to take it one step at a time, day by day, and not try to challenge yourselves, and not to mitigate the fact that these challenges do exist. We have to ensure that we get the best help that we can get for ourselves, because we're no good to our family, to ourselves, to the universe, if we don't seek the help that we need, or we don't seek the guidance that we need. I mean, I really enjoy Joe's approach. Everything that you talk about is a tactical approach that we use in training, and you have to be able to show people what the possibilities are, and show them what they're doing and what they can do better, in order for it to become the solution, and the source of where they need to go to fixing things, so to speak. So the problems out here are real. I mean, and they're not, and people are having a really difficult time with trying to put the pieces together. Families, loved ones, they've lost, they've gained, and it just doing this whole virtual thing is a whole new platform for people. I mean, I raised my hand to that myself. So it's helping. It's really just helping people, and them actually wanting to find the solutions for themselves in getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as a final thought, I'll let you guys know that those of you who are here, joining us, right? To create a magic in your life. Okay, one of the things that, as we talked about today, we talked about with two guests, right? Magic and life. And one of the things I have found over time is that life is magical, right? If you take it the right way. Many times, we are so busy, not trying to create a magic. We're trying to create something, and we quite don't know what that something is. And I
Right.
believe that if you take life as a magic, and let it come into your life, and embrace whatever is coming in your life, right? Because they say you should live in the now, right? If
Right.
you live in the now, you can live in that magic that's happening, right? In the this moment, whatever is happening. Like for me, I'm doing this live right now, and I'm enjoying every single moment of it, right? And I think that you should try to find moments that are memorable, every single moment in your life, because at the end, when you dash out, and when you are laying flat on the ground, the what's going to be remembered is the memories, right? All of the good memories, and all the things that even at your last moment before you take a breath, what you're going to remember is the good things in life, and that's what you want to remember. Many people around the world, they go remembering, they by remembering what they regret not doing.
Hmm.
Whatever you do to create a magic in your life, live it full out, give it all you got, don't hold back, and
That's
make
right.
sure you enjoy the
Mhm.
life today. right
Right.
now and
Mm-hmm.
make your life a better place so that you can make that difference and come from a place of a cup overflowing and not from a cup that's completely empty. Don't come from a desperation. Give yourself all you got and give yourself a pat on the back. And I throw you a challenge that you should learn how to kiss your brain. And if you can do that, go here at the bottom and give me some understanding on how would you kiss your brain. And if and whoever figures that out, I will personally give you an interview in front of 20,000 people in my network. Okay, like you have to you have to show me how would you kiss your brain. Put some pictures, put some emojis, whatever you like. But my friends, when you can do that, every single moment in your life, you love yourself and you say, I love you, right? Give yourself
I
a
love
hug,
you.
but kiss your brain. And when you do that, you are ready to, you're overfilling and you're ready to pour into other people's lives. And when you do that, my friend, you begin to change the world. And that's what magic in your life is all about. As Joe and Geraldine has spoken today, and they're talking about actually magic, where we are talking about magic, right? Magic in your business and magic in your life, they are complete correlation. If you're trying to grow your business, you must create magic in your life. Without magic in your life, you cannot create a magical business. It's that simple. And they do correlate and they do come together. And if you don't make them come together, don't understand the correlation, just join Financial Chakras and I'll help you understand. Okay. But with that in mind, I would really say thank you so much. I love you guys a lot. Go here at the bottom, give me some likes, give me some comments, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. With that in mind, Joe and Geraldine, I would love, thank you so much for both of you. Would love
Thank
to have,
you.
you know, um, kiss your brain through meditation. Okay, that's one way. But you have to teach me how would you kiss your brain. That's the challenge. But anyways, something like that, you can figure it out. Okay, you know, see what you can do.
Can
Okay,
I suggest one thing? How
huh?
you kiss your brain? You kiss your brain by reaching out to financial chakra because that will be the best source of kissing one's brain.
That's right. Or you can do it like I have just demonstrated, like try to figure it out that way and see if you can do it. One of the two, okay? Figure it out
Okay.
and then let me know. But with that in mind, Geraldine and Joe, I would love to get some last word from you guys to the audiences and how they can reach out to you. Would absolutely love that. Okay, um, Geraldine, you want to go first?
Yes, hi. Thank you for this opportunity. I really do appreciate the exposure and the time. And if anyone is interested in corporate coaching, life coaching, I also do speaking engagements and career coaching. You could reach me at gypconsulting.com. And on my site, you'll be able to sign on and request any one of my services. I look forward to seeing some of you in the near future. Thank you, Ash, for the opportunity. And Joe, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. And Joe, my friend, go ahead.
Well, Ash, thank you for having me. I've known you for a little while now. I just met Geraldine today, but she is amazing. And
Thank you.
I already have something I need to follow up with her on to help her, I think. As far as connecting with me, my website's up there. It's turnermagic.com. If you go /turnermagic.com/virtual, you can see what I can do virtually. If you do turnermagic.com/tickets, you can see what my upcoming events are that you could attend. I'm doing a TEDx talk tomorrow afternoon, so some information about that you can find at turnermagic.com/tickets. Otherwise, just join me on LinkedIn. I welcome your connection. Thank you.
I will definitely be finding you there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank
And
you,
thank
Ash.
you. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much. Make sure you go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Namaste. And I'll see you on Monday at 9 o'clock live.
Whoa.